This is K2 News at 6 on your side.
Our drug market is changing more rapidly than we've ever seen before.
A warning tonight from local law enforcement. There's a new way people are doing drugs in Portland, and you need to know about it. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Ray Gazaway.
And I'm Steve Dunn. Last week, while out on a city in crisis story, I spotted a pile of needles on the ground. I wondered who in the city cleans them up. What I ended up finding was a story that points to serious concerns for the city and for you. This started out as a story about hypodermic needles on Portland streets and whose job it is to clean them up.
Up here is usually really messy. This is where the food carts are.
That would fall to people like James Woodard from Central City Concern's Clean and Safe program.
Everything from a little corner of candy wrapper to anything larger. Just doing gutter side.
He picks up everything from trash and human waste to, yes, needles.
I mean, as far as like grossness or anything like that, it doesn't bother me. Usually I'm not here, I disconnect.
But listen to what James told us. It's not needles he's finding anymore, but this.
Yeah, lots of tinfoil. That's the most of it. Yeah, they smoke the fentanyl and meth and stuff off of the tinfoil, and you find that everywhere. There's just scraps of it. I could probably find some right now.
And within minutes, James did just that.
This is what they smoke the fentanyl on. You'll find tinfoil in the doorways and stuff, little scraps of it. We'll probably end up seeing a lot more. See? They were done smoking the drugs, so they end up leaving the trash.
Sure enough, all throughout our several block walk, streets littered with tinfoil.
You can see where the drugs were smoked on it. It's usually burnt on the other side. It's all over the place.
A new development that has Central City Concern very worried.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Fentanyl is extremely dangerous, and it depends on the particular drug you take, right? It's the pill you get. Some pills aren't as dangerous as others. They have more acuity in them. Some pills are much more dangerous. You recently heard the tragic story of the young man, high school student, who took one fentanyl pill and passed away. That can happen, and it does happen. So it just depends on what you're getting.
So how many more people are smoking fentanyl and opioids these days? Well, consider this. In January and February of last year, Central City Concern crews picked up 27,000 needles. In the first 2 months of this year, just 8,000 needles. And here's why we should all be concerned. The secondhand smoke effect still isn't known. And that's not all.
It's incredibly concerning. Certainly for a nonprofit like Central City Concern, what we're seeing is a lot of people taking very dangerous drugs. The acuity's gone up, how people respond to fentanyl and opioids with increased psychosis, how long it takes for folks to detoxify from that and to recover. It's really, really deeply, deeply concerning.
So why are so many ditching the needles in exchange for smoking from the foil? Lukasic says the fentanyl through smoking provides a significant high that plunges into the system without the hassles of a needle. She doesn't blame city, county, or state leaders for not jumping on the problem because it seems to have happened so quickly. But she knows everyone needs to act now with urgency.
When it's dry, you have to use a scraper to really get it off. All the cans, as we go up.
Meanwhile, James Woodard will go about his job 5 days a week, cleaning up whatever has been left behind. And that now includes a new danger on the street that no one saw coming.
It's pretty bad right here.
Now, we asked the Multnomah County Health Department about this apparent change from needles to smoking in the local drug crisis. The harm reduction supervisor confirmed to us they've seen a drop in demand for needles at their needle exchange sites, which makes their job a lot harder.
It is concerning to us that with syringe service programs, we've seen sort of a decrease in utilization in our services as people have not needed to come in for the syringes as much. And that's been concerning to us, and like something we're trying to figure out is how to re-engage people that might not be coming in anymore and make sure that we're still getting naloxone out into the community, still, trying to get people referred to treatment on a really low barrier way when they're ready for it. Those are all kind of things that we're trying to figure out right now, because this shift in the drug market and drug use behaviors is something we've never seen before.
Now, she mentioned finding new ways to distribute naloxone, which can quickly reverse an overdose. They're trying to set up new points of contact with drug users and working with community groups to try and get naloxone out on the streets to help save lives.